What's good, Primos? Welcome to another episode of Kick Live Familia with your favorite Primo, Coach Fernz. And today I got one of my favorite Primos in the building. We got a singer, musical composer, songwriter, producer, preacher, author, mentor, and of course a sneakerhead. We got Pastor Jay Hen in the building. How you feeling, man?
Good, man. I'm glad to be here with you, man. Thanks for having me.
Nah, I appreciate it. So let the familiar know where you're from and how do you feel about sneaker culture where you currently are?
I'm from Brooklyn, man. Born and bred. Sneakers have been a part of my life since we was going outside throwing them on over the telephone cord.
Yeah, yeah.
Just coming from, I think what made me really obsessed with sneakers is that, growing up the way we grew up, we didn't have a lot of bread. So we had to get creative. We had to invest in sneakers like lottos.
Yeah.
And know anything about lottos back in the day, you could take one pair of lottos and make it look like it was 5 pair because you buy one pair of sneakers and they had peel off patch. So you could have the red and white one day, green and white, orange and white, yellow and white. It was all the same sneaker, but people wasn't up on it that
Yeah.
it was changing the patch. So, doing that and not having money, and now that, things have turned around, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't drink.
You got to say that for the Saints. And then you say things
Yeah.
have turned around. They're like, oh, what do you mean turned around, Pastor? You got a few cats from Brooklyn who, turn their congregations around too. We're not going to say no names. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we talk collections, right, we got 4 tiers here. We got the primos that's just getting started. It's like the 1 to 20. Then we got like the 20 to 50. That's the primos that's just like building their collections. Then we got the 50 to 100. That's the ones that's been in the game for a bit. And then we got the 100 plus. That's the don't ask crew. Which one you falling into?
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
He's
God has blessed you with
it's so bad. We got some rules, 100 pluses that like if you got a fresh pair of ups on, so they get that crease, they done. So
Oh man.
awesome.
Oh
Or
man.
come your walk around sneakers, but when it's time to get fresh, no creases in the front, none of that, man. They gotta go.
Now my question to you is this. I know God tells us to steward our gifts well. How do you balance that with throwing away some some white ups with the crease?
Give them away, but
Okay, that's nice. There you go.
I can't do nothing with them. Once they get that crease, I'm like, and it's crazy because like just about a couple of weeks ago, somebody called me and was like, man, another pastor friend of mine was like, yo, I have a family that just joined my church and, in the shelter and the boys have nothing. I said, what size does he wear? She said, a size 9. I said, oh, he's about to get fresh. I'm about to bless him. So whenever I get opportunity like that, I try to get rid of 10, 20 pair. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Cause there's sneakers I got that's 20 years old. I haven't worn in 20 years.
Wow.
So they can make more use of it. I'm not giving away none of the classics. That's
Yeah, we know which ones you're giving away and which ones you're not.
yeah. Like the Pilas and all that,
The Vims, you know what I'm saying?
all day. Yeah. I have specials in the collection.
Yeah,
Because they when you got a quick show or something like that, them Vim collections, and every now and then Vim be having some gems in there too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, Vims. I used to love Vims like for felines and stuff like that. And you can go in the back and in the corner and at the bottom shelf, they got a couple of them things that you've been wanting back in the day, the low tops or something like that.
I found this ill pair of Pumas in there, high top.
Oh yeah, you can find those.
Purple and white. Shoo! With the Lakers jersey, killing.
Yeah. Oh nah, Vims. But you don't go in you don't go in Vims for your off whites.
Nah.
But you go, but you want your old school dope boy sneaker, you can find them in Vims. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're stewarding it well, man. You're stewarding them well. So what was that sneaker that got you into collecting? Like, when you bought this pair of sneakers, you was like, man, I'm officially a sneakerhead.
I want to say it was probably my first pair of Filas because my sister Kim brought me my first pair of Filas from Delancey Street. In New York, Delancey Street is the spot where all the hustlers used to go, and if you're there with cash, you could jew them down. Like,
Yeah.
one time I brought a mink and a fox out of
Mm.
there. I got both goats for $1,500, and they was 15 apiece. But I slapped that 15 on the counter. I said, "I know you ain't made no money today.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?" But for that 15, he was like, said, "Thank you."
Let my people go.
Yeah. So that Delancey Street was known for bartering. You could go there and
Yeah.
it was like a big auction. Like somebody, and God forbid somebody come in while you trying to bid, and they start bidding more. They gonna take that bread over there. So it was an exciting time. But yeah,
Mhm.
the low top felines was my first joints.
No, okay, okay, I like that. Now, when you hear the term sneakerhead, we hear it a lot, but when you hear the term sneakerhead, what does that really mean to you? Like when somebody says they're a sneakerhead.
Somebody that's serious about it. Somebody that's different styles, different colors, the brand, someone that really saves their boxes. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the big thing too. If you ain't got your boxes, I'm looking at you like, nah, you ain't serious.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Box,
It gets rough, and it gets rough with packing because if
yeah,
you ever got to move, you also don't want the movers to see what you got.
yeah.
You got to be strategic, and you got to put everything in a black bag. Like,
The big
listen,
construction joints.
yeah, yeah,
About
man.
10, 15K and them joints.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Listen, you got to because if they see a off white box, they're gonna be like, oh,
yeah. I had exterminator
mhm,
comes to the crib like once the first Wednesday of every month. And other day he came, he's like, "Yo, your collection is wow." I was like,
hire a new exterminator.
"Watching you, bro."
That's it. Your last day on the job.
Spray, spray, get out.
Uh-huh.
He just looking. He just like, "Wow, you're doing it's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I beat it, buddy."
Yeah, your eyes are wandering a little too much, man. You only got to spray 2 places. What you still doing here?
He just loves you, but beat it.
Yeah, yeah. You can't. Yeah, peace out. You know what I'm saying? So, although sneakers are a large part of why we're here,
Mhm,
you have a lot of dope things going on. So please
mhm.
share with the familiar some of those dope things that you have going on in your life, some of those dope projects you're working on, that type of stuff.
Man, I've been so blessed, bro, to be in the music industry for about 25 years now.
Mm,
And I started out as a drummer for Bishop Hezekiah Walker and Love Fellowship, and played for him for about 8, 9 years, and made a lot of classic records that
mhm,
has blessed people all over the world. Won a Grammy Award with him. Then shifted into songwriting, and just being fearless, because
mhm.
I think that whenever God gives you a gift, man, you shouldn't tiptoe around with it. You should
Yeah.
go for it. And what I did was, when MySpace was a thing, I just went on MySpace and was telling everybody. I was hitting all celebrities. I was like, "Yo, my name is Jay Hen, and I need to produce your next record." And I sent it to everybody. And the first person that responded to me was Mark Jackson and his wife.
Mm,
Des Mark Jackson used to play for the Knicks.
mm.
I straight up told her, I was like, "Yo, you need to let me do your next joint." And she was like, "Well, send me something that you got." And I sent her one song, and it went from me doing a song for her to me doing her entire album.
Wow.
And they flying my whole team out to LA. We went from recording in a bathroom, because that's where we were doing all of our vocals, in the
Wow.
crib. You make it, gotta do.
Yeah.
I didn't know Mark and Jay-Z owned a studio on 27th Street called Rock the Mic.
Mhm,
And Ase was the only person that they would let lock that joint out.
mhm.
But because Mark owned it, we locked out one room, B locked out another room. So I'm going from the bathroom to now recording at Jay's studio. And
Yeah.
then they go back to LA and they fly us out to LA, and we recording at Westlake, which is Michael Jackson's studio.
Wow.
Like, yo, all this happening from me just typing on MySpace.
Mhm.
Know these people, you know, that's why you gotta have faith in whatever you're doing, man. You
Yeah.
gotta, I just believe that I'll jump off the roof and God will catch me before I break my legs. When
Yeah.
it, my gifts and talents, man, that, you can't be afraid. And, that shifted. Then I started producing and writing songs and getting placements and winning all these awards. And then I started doing my own music.
Mhm.
And, now that's morphed into me having my own label, All Things Music Group. Having signed my first artist, Alex Sales, which she already got a #1 single out. It's just like it just keeps growing and growing, man. And it's just because I believe God has given me a grace to do all things. That's why the name of my company is All Things. That you're gonna see me doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm getting ready to put out an audio book entitled "You're Not My Daddy: Guidelines to Be a Successful Stepfather," which was the first book I ever wrote back in 2005. But I wanted to go back because now I'm 34 years in as a stepdad,
Mhm.
you know, and the experience I feel is more sustainable now with the
Right.
information I get because you live and you learn. And so
Right.
I wanted to reach out because, with premarital sex being such, a thing now, it's like
Mhm.
everybody's gonna be a step parent at this point. You know what I'm saying? Urgent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I just wanted to give the young cats that's coming behind me the cheat code on how to
Right.
be successful in that. Because if you're gonna raise somebody else's kid that's not biologically yours, there's some things that you need to learn, man. So I got that going on. Then during the pandemic, I don't know what made me do this. I just started talking junk on Facebook to people about their banana pudding.
Mhm. Mhm.
Your banana pudding is trash. Your
I seen
grandma
you. I seen
had
you.
it. And people really started getting angry with me, and I was just joking, and it turned into them advertising something that I wasn't even doing because I was just saying it. I wasn't even doing the banana pudding at the time.
Mhm.
But then I started getting orders, and I'm like, hold on,
It's
believe it.
gotta be good if he's saying something bad about mine, right?
I'm talking about they ordering by the droves, bro. And I'm like, yo, I can't leave this money on the table. So I called my mom's and my homegirl Nicole that live out in the West Coast. They
Mhm.
both chefs. I was like, yo, how you make banana pudding? Because I don't even know how to make it at this point.
Yeah.
Told me, and I put my little je ne sais quoi in it. And then next thing you know, bro, I went from playing around to being on NBC, to being on Channel 11. Drew Barrymore wanted me to come on her show, but I wouldn't take the jab. I was like,
Mhm.
nah, I'm not doing God will open up another door.
I
So
understand.
I just for years I've been experiencing being very careful with what comes out my mouth
Mhm.
because God always makes it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, so that has taught me to guard my words, and I'm just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, man. And
All things.
yeah, that's what it is.
Listen now, you're a very humble person, and we appreciate that. But we're not gonna just glide over. I got a Grammy and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. I don't know too many people in the gospel industry that I know that I've grown up with or that
Mm,
I've seen grow up that
mhm,
got Grammys.
yeah.
Right? You got Heads. I'm sure people who were working on the project. My brother Corey Henry, we grew up on the same block. So like there aren't too many. So we're not gonna just say Grammy and just go. So let's sit there for a second. Just a second, just a little second, how
Uh,
does that moment, how did that moment feel when you first got that Grammy?
well, it's a collective thing, because when you're in a choir,
Mhm.
it's the artist, which is Bishop Walker,
Mhm.
choir, the songwriters, the musicians, of course,
Mhm.
because we won for album of the year. And what
Okay.
made it really, really amazing was we were tied with Brooklyn Tabernacle
Okay.
from downtown.
They were
And we
dangerous back then.
yeah, we tied for that particular Grammy. So they won and we won. They couldn't decide who was the winner. The votes was just
Okay.
too close. So it was crazy, man, because again, you talking about a guy, Bishop Walker, that comes from Fort Greene Projects.
Mhm.
Now all over the world, he's global. I come from Cypress Hills Projects. All these kids that were supposed to be statistics are now out here doing something that impacted generations after us because like we did that album almost 32 years ago and people are still covering it on TikTok and I hear it, people doing remixes to music that I played on and I'm like this is insane because we were just having fun. We had no idea that it would affect 2 generations later and still be as relevant now as it was back then, if not more, because choir music is making such a resurgence. It's
Mhm.
just crazy to see, but it was an amazing feeling, and then to move on and write on Marvin Sapp's project, which was Grammy nominated as well. We didn't win, but it was a nomination. So, it's been a real fun journey so far. No complaints on my part.
Listen, there are we got to celebrate the people who are before us,
Yeah.
you know, and you are one of those that are before us, right? And we've seen people like Hez and Danny Eason who took some community children and and took products of the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and turned it into something which was magical,
Yeah.
you know, sweeter than the day. Most of Hez
Yeah.
songs I grew up on, you know, watching Timony and them and just watching how it all played out.
Yeah.
Right? It's an amazing thing, and we're gonna get back to sneakers in just a moment, but just taking a moment because I read something where you started, or you may have joined or became a musician around 5 years old. You joined the music department or something like that, and
Mhm.
just to watch that, and that leads to Grammys, and that leads to working with. I'll never forget. I'm sure you remember too, but you had something when you were on Nostrand Avenue. I want to say where
Mhm.
you had all the musicians come. That may have been about 7 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, go sit down. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had the privilege to sit next to the big homie, you know, R.I.P. Jeff Lowe,
Yeah.
you know, and just to watch them be able to come in and have a safe space to have a conversation about music business, stuff like that. And I remember you sharing a story. You don't have to share it depending on how, you know, private it is, but you sharing Dave Caton gave you an opportunity to play somewhere with was it LB or something like that?
Those boys, I got
Okay.
fired.
Okay. Okay. Like I always, like you don't gotta share too much, you know what I'm saying?
Ah,
But just to
listen, that's turning, you know, because a lot of times in our community, because we're boys
Mhm,
and homies,
mhm,
we tend to kind of mix that in with a
yeah,
lack of professionalism sometimes.
yeah,
And that's what I did, man. I went in and we started touring with the Lost Boys, and we had a show that we were doing for BET
mhm.
and at a club called Tramps in the city. So we in the city
The club.
club called Tramps. Yeah.
That
But
was God given, huh?
yeah, and we rehearsing and I'm coming in the rehearsals and all I'm doing is playing around. And
Mhm,
Dave was like, yo, bro, stop. And I'm like, whatever, Dave. I'm just blowing off what he's saying, like, whatever, man.
right.
And then it got to the point where he just had enough. He's like, yo, don't come back tomorrow. I was like, what? He's like, yo, we got Nat Townsley coming.
Oh, well.
My heart.
Well,
Oh, I was like, dang.
well.
You replaced me. Dang. You really replacing me.
Good night.
Yeah, it was over. I knew it was over because Nat is my OG. You know what I mean? So
Once you said Nat, I knew that you weren't that was your last day on the job.
that was it. I start with Abbott. Carlos Santana called for Nat.
Okay. Look at
Carlos
God.
Santana's budget was a little bit bigger than LB's budget.
Okay, makes sense.
And that was, I gotta go get that bag. And the show was in like 2 days. I knew the stuff.
Mhm.
Dave was like, yo, we gotta call Jay back. And called me back. He till this day, Dave Caton has never had a problem out of me. And I take that same principle and apply it to the cats that work under me now. Because a lot of people don't remember, man, the seeds that you sow when you're following determines the harvest you reap when you become the guy in the seat.
Oh man.
So, that was one of the most valuable lessons I had to learn because again, I didn't see all of this.
Yeah.
See myself doing all this stuff, but now I'm glad that I kind of tightened up and started sowing good seeds of respect and loyalty, being on time, knowing how to conduct myself. Cause I did some wild stuff, man. I tell you one story. We went in LA. We did just to show you how wild I was.
Mhm.
We did the Keenan Ivory Wayans show.
Oh man, I
And
remember that.
the musical guests, they perform, and after they perform, they go over to the couch
Mhm.
and interview. So we doing our thing, we killing. Something tells me we
So,
come back from commercial break, Jay. Get off the drums and go to the couch with Mr. Cheeks and
okay,
Freaky Tom.
okay.
And I'm like, what? Yeah, do it. Don't be scared. This is your time. This is your moment. Do it. Bro, I get off the drums, go to the couch with the Lost Boys. And Dave is looking at me like, this guy, right? Like, didn't we just have this? But it just, the whole thing was so dope. And Cheeks loved it. Dave couldn't fire me because
Uh,
he wanted to fire me again, but he couldn't. She was like, yo, my man Jay is crazy. And we had this, LB got this handshake that we do, and there was a dance that we do. And as Keenan was going off the air, me and Mr. Cheeks jumped up and started doing the dance together.
mm,
And the crowd went crazy. And Dave was sitting there like,
you gotta be kidding.
he was mad tight. He couldn't do nothing. So, that's how wild I was.
It's so funny that you said Dave never had a problem after that moment, and then you told me the exact problem Dave had right after that moment. It's a
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Probably a lot of time, but after that,
okay, okay.
it was, it took a lot of maturing and learning the value of what we were doing because again, no idea, man, that we would end up producers and doing movie scores and all the stuff that we've
Yeah.
done. It's just incredible, man, and it's just God, man. It's all God.
So growing up around your era, right? Who were some of your favorite musicians? It don't have to be, it doesn't have to be
Uh,
necessarily drums, but I grew up. I wasn't sheltered, but I only heard what was around me, and I came from Pilgrim, so I
okay.
was Roger Jean, Stanley Brown, Jeff Davis, Nat,
Yeah.
of course, some of those people, Corey over the years, stuff like that. So who were some of your favorites growing up?
Monte,
Okay,
Monte Greer, he was like God on the drums.
okay,
Uh, Smith from the Hawkins, Jonathan DeBose, Stanley Brown, of course, Gerald Haywood,
yeah,
Jeff.
oh yeah,
I mean, all of my guys that I played with fellowship, Melvin, my cousin Lauren Dawson, Eddie White,
mm,
they all of those guys were so instrumental in helping me to develop into the musician that I am today. But I also love Chick Corea, Dave Weckl,
oh yeah,
Chamber,
Weckl was,
yeah, Vinny Colaiuta. Vinny was my favorite drummer because he was just so aggressive.
mhm.
And Dave Weckl was real pretty and colorful.
Yeah, he held that. He held it the old school way. That.
Vinny and Steve Gadd. Steve
Yeah.
Gadd, to this day, there's a tribute with Vinny, Steve Gadd, and Dave Weckl. If y'all ever get a chance, go on YouTube and put Vinny Colaiuta, Steve Gadd, and Dave Weckl tribute. And the way Steve Gadd cooked these dudes,
Mm.
and he was high when he was doing it because he was a
Look at
cocaine.
God. Look at God.
And I mean, this dude, he was just, and he was all into it. And
Mm.
I mean, just so expressive, but he was so funky with it. So those guys was really, and my favorite jazz instrumentalist was a cat by the name of Joe Sample. We lost him a few years ago, and George Duke and cats like that. But Chick Corea, of course. But yeah, I listen to an eclectic variation of music, man, because I always, and thank God my parents didn't lock me into just only listening to gospel because I ended up producing and playing several different genres of music. And I only went to school for music for 1 year. I went to a school called Jazzmobile
Mm.
and I only stayed there for a year. So everything else that I've learned musically was just in church and actually, on the job training. And I've been able to build a career from it. So I'm really thankful.
Listen, man, you did say all things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I could probably talk about this stuff forever, but let's go back to sneakers, right? I'm gonna take you back. High school,
hmm
freshman year.
hmm
Mom's takes you sneaker shopping and says you have an unlimited budget. What's the two sneakers you copping?
High school. Probably the Jordan, the Dunks.
Okay.
And I, because I was a Run DMC fanatic, Fresh pair of shell tops.
Okay. Is that early 90s or late 80s?
It was late 80s because I graduated from high school in 92.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. But I was doing this um in my senior year of middle school because I got a job
Mhm,
at my church. My bishop at the time, Bishop Lindsay, shout out to him. He was a master construction builder. Like he
mhm,
would go in and buy these properties, and he never had an architect come in to draw the plans. It was all in his head. So he hired all the young guys at the church, and we was making like $100 a week doing
mhm.
construction work on weekends. And every payday, we went straight to Grand Avenue. So Friday we got off work and we knew that next Thursday was Danny Eason rehearsal. And you always had to go to rehearsal fresh. You couldn't go with looking bad with no busted Timbs, no busted. And so we would go to Grand Avenue, get a pair of kicks and put it up. And that's how my collection started because I was doing that every week.
That Danny Easton rehearsal, was that when he was making Sweeter in the Day and stuff, or that was years prior?
Yeah, that was there because that's when I started playing with Danny. I didn't play for the choir, like running around with them, but every time they did a session,
Mhm.
I would, I would do the records. And so that's me on Sweeter and a couple of classic joints that he did. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, you definitely don't want to be around Ron and Steph and them and not have no
And and Ron and them was light work compared to Gerald and Craig Williams.
oh man.
Oh my God, they were terrorists. I back then, if I knew about Al Qaeda back then, I would have accused them of working for Al Qaeda.
Wow.
They performed crime. They would rank on you so bad. And Gerald was just a natural comedian. And Gerald is the sneaker king. I don't know nobody to this day that got more sneakers than Gerald Hayward. Nobody. Gerald is older than me. So I'm 52. So Gerald got to be like 54, 55.
Okay.
But he give you the business. Like, and Gerald been like that for years. When we was kids, I remember going to his house. He had a house on Hancock Street.
Mhm.
Go there, Nike boxes, Nike box. It's just crazy.
Old school sneakerhead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was an era. I was super young around that era. So
Mhm.
I only remember what I seen, around Ron and Steph and all those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like looking up to them, um, and seeing like the uptowns and all the stuff that they had,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Back in the day. But when I grew up, it was a little different for me. So you going with you said you going with dunks and shell tops for your two.
Dunks and
All right, cool. So what was the most popular sneaker in your era though? In
Charles
your mind?
Barkley,
Which ones?
Barkley's,
Oh,
Barkley's,
oh,
Barkley's stuff. Yeah,
man.
I just got there like about 2 months ago.
Mhm.
Uh, I was somewhere. I was out of town somewhere, and the other low key crazy spot where you could get some gems is Marshalls.
Yeah, depending on where you at though. But not
Yeah,
every Marshall's built the
not every
same.
I'm going that's where I got these Barclays at. I was like, "Yo, this is insane." They was like $35. Yo, y'all don't even know what these are.
Yeah. Yeah. You could if you get you a TJ Maxx and a Marshalls or one of them type of joints outside of the regular joints that we all go to, you know what I mean by we all, you know what I'm saying? But you go some them no outskirt joints, you get you some nice looking joints. And I be seeing people like,
I used to have a IG called Preacher Sneakerhead,
mhm,
and I would flip sneakers on there. So I would go to Marshalls and TJ Maxx
mhm,
and find some crazy sneakers. Like I found some Harachis one time. It was crazy. Found my Barclays there, and I still have them to this day. Um, but yeah, that's what that's the little spot that you go to and find those little gems, and then you flip them online.
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah,
Then do
listen, one thing is you gotta understand, well, you just said all things and you really doing all things, man. And
seriously.
and it's crazy how, the connection that we have comes to sneakers, right? But do you believe, because you've been a person who's been mentored and you're a person who mentors, and you're a leader over a church, a pastor, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Do you believe that we should be utilizing more social currency to draw people into the kingdom and use kingdom expansion? So we have sneakers, you have food, you have music, all these different things. Do you believe that the kingdom should be using those type of things more to magnetize and utilize not tactics for lack of better terms, but
Mhm.
utilizing those type of things to draw people into the kingdom and expand it
Yeah.
further?
I mean, it is tactical because the scriptures even say he that winneth souls must be wise.
Right.
So, and you don't even know, you just confirmed something. I was just talking to my team the other day, and I was like, yo, Youth Sunday is fourth Sunday. We're going to start advertising that after service, Pastor Jay will be doing a TikTok challenge with all kids.
Mm,
Whatever TikTok challenge it is.
right.
I'm Yeah, if it's a dance or whatever, because we have to do stuff like that because
Yeah.
people really look at when we get in church or saved, they look at like you got to become a square. I'm like, nah, you can live a really amazing life being a kingdom citizen.
Yeah.
It just gives you certain principles, values, code of ethic and conduct, which I think you need because wherever there's no boundaries, there's no safety. So, that kind of stuff, I think it's what makes like the Nation of Islam so attractive to so many of our men
Yeah.
because it's a system that, you look good, you talk articulate, you don't have to be soft and, soggy, you know what I'm saying? To be Oh, wow. And I'm like, yo, the church gotta start showing that, yo, you don't lose your swag when you come to God. Your swag increases. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It gives you the ability to make cognizant decisions that don't just impact you, but impact because I'm living my life now and the decisions I make now right now, this moment are impacting 2 generations, my
Yeah.
children and now my grandkids. You know what I mean? So I know that I have to make this stuff work and I have to make certain sacrifices, but I have to do it in a certain code. I have to have certain ethics, certain lines I won't cross because the more successful you become, the more successful opportunities to destroy you are
Yeah.
accessible. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I have to be really mindful of that because everything I'm doing, I'm good right now. I'm good. I don't really lack for much, but my kids and my grandkids, yeah, I gotta leave something for them. And the scripture said a wise man leaves an inheritance.
Children's children.
Yeah. So, that's the game right there, man. Destiny and legacy combined. But at some point, you got to know your destiny and you lock in, then you just chase legacy for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
What shape am I leaving the generation coming behind me in? And it has to be better. And if it's not better, then I failed as a man. And that's what I
Yeah.
live life by.
It, what I see though is somebody who takes inventory,
Mhm,
right? Not only of yourself, but what's going on around you. And you to me, you're in a great position because you have the wisdom of 2 to 3 generations prior to you.
mhm,
And then you have the 2 or 3 generations behind you. Right.
mhm.
And church is one of those difficult places where you gotta market to 6 generations at one time. Right. And don't no other store in life usually has that problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not calling the church a store, but at the same time, no other business that you see has to go, hey, you have the mother's board, the silent generation, then you have the baby boomers, then you have the generation X, generation Y, generation Z, and then you have the alphas. And so you gotta be able to combine all that. So just hearing you talking about, hey, look, I'm just gonna stick around a little bit just to do TikToks, like those type of things. And I was at church one time back when I was at Pilgrim, and I told some of the men I was honoring the fathers, and I was saying, "You guys don't know how much we watch you, right? I'm in my
Yeah.
30s, but I remember when you had your son when he was 2 years old. He's 30 now, but I watched you as a father back then. I watched the way you dressed your son, the way you coming in with your wife, and I saw that. You didn't even know I was looking at you. You know what I'm saying? So just for you to stand there and do some weird dances, most people will say was "Man, you're wasting your time. You're a senior pastor. You ain't got to do." But
Mhm.
that may be the very reason that let's God forbid they go astray in the future. They're like, "Yo, I remember pastor. You should do X, Y, and Z."
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
want to make God proud, but I also don't want to let my pastor down.
Yeah.
So those
Absolutely.
little things, man, are super important. And just having the foresight to say, hey, I I have 5 minutes of my day to contribute to
Mhm.
somebody else's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I could talk about this all day. You know what I'm saying? But
Right, man. It's
absolutely.
really
Let's go back to sneakers again. Most iconic silhouettes for sneakers of all time. Between these four, Jordan 1s,
yeah,
Chuck Taylors, Air Force Ones, or Adidas Shell Toes. Which one you going with? Most iconic all time.
Chuck Taylors.
Hey, right on, brother. Right on. Listen, I'm from New York, and I don't want to say it, but my grandmother knew that sneaker. Her
Yeah.
mother knew that sneaker. You know, my pops, myself. We talking about 4 generations, and that's probably the sneaker I own the most of.
Yeah,
But Chuck
I got
Taylors,
like about 7 or 8 pair of them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Chuck Taylors is it's one of them ones, man. Most people, a lot of people from down south that I was talking to, they were saying Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it got to be a Nelly thing. It's a Nelly
Yeah.
thing. I'm telling you.
The key word to your question is iconic.
Yes, yes,
Iconic to me transcends generation. So
yes.
when you name all of those, I think Jordan would probably be third in that. I think because of Run DMC's reach
Mm,
and it went cross not denominations but ethnic backgrounds because they were two or three black brothers from the hood.
mm.
They had the whole world rocking Adidas.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
With back then, they used to do. I wish I remember how to do some of that stuff that we used to do. Like we would weave two different color shoestrings
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
tops,
Oh
and
yeah,
then a pattern and all that kind of stuff. Man, that all came from that era. So I think that's something that also I've learned with my life, not to live and do things to impress people,
yeah.
but to do something that will impact people because impressions last for 30 to 60 seconds, but impact, like what you're doing right here, this is going to outlive you.
Oh, absolutely.
This is going into the archives of time, and your kids, your grandkids, will be able to look and be like, "Yo, my pops, my grandfather was doing something crazy.
Yeah,
He made it look like it was cool to be a Christian, a swagged out Christian,
yeah,
sneakerhead that was intelligent, articulate, wasn't up there tomorrow, yo, 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 yo.
yeah, yeah.
Intelligent black man talking like you know what you're talking about, respectful, and this is going to outlive you. And that's always the goal, to create something that will outlive you. And that's what you're doing here, man. So salute to you, my brother.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a billion, man. Hey,
Yeah.
man, we supposed to be here, lifting you up, brother. You know what I'm saying? But look
This
at you.
is what we do, man. Iron sharpens iron, man.
That's it. Got to be iron to be sharpened too. You know what I'm saying?
Be a piece of wood.
That's it, man. You know what I mean? That's it.
For two, man.
That's it, man. You know how it go, man. So based on what you just said, which sneaker brand do you feel is more um influential in sneaker culture? Nike or Adidas? Now I know what you said based on Run DMC,
But
but
come
I want to
Jordan,
sneaker culture. Yeah, sneaker. Oh, okay.
by
Okay.
far.
You going Nike or you do just Jordans?
I say Nike because Adidas is huge, but they're nothing compared, even from an economical standpoint. Nike has the biggest income and
Mm,
revenue, all sneaker companies. So it, it culturally, I know for a fact that it's Nike for sure.
that's so crazy. I did not know that he did.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. And, I mean, he got about 175 businesses now.
His portfolio is crazy. His
Yeah,
his streams are
he bought a whole projects. Like Cypress Hills projects, he bought a whole project. Like that's next level. Like who
yeah.
even thinks?
Yeah. Well, it also who you surround yourself with. Not
Absolutely.
just, physically, but mentally. Who's in
Yeah,
your mind at all times? Is it
absolutely.
the person who's like, just get an apartment and put your family name on it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all live there forever. Or is it one of those, and I understand it, from where we come from. But yeah, the rent is $99. Just stay there. Just keep grab my name on it. I know she passed away 20 years ago, but don't tell nobody because they're not gonna recertify. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's one of them type of things, man. But you've seen some even in leadership in the Christian sector. You've seen some leaders who got the building fund thermometer
Mhm.
that don't move every year. And then, you got guys like Bishop Brown who just buying up all of Brooklyn. He's like,
Yeah,
yo, put a church here.
yeah,
We'll worry about cleaning it up later. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah. He was the iconic leader of our city, man.
yeah,
I remember one time I saw him rent out the whole A train.
yeah, yeah. He ain't pay a dime for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, who even thinks to do something like that? And who has all
Yeah,
called the city like, yo, I need the A train shut down for my church.
yo, yeah.
Say,
One of the guys who was responsible for making it happen, I had a conversation with him, and when he told me, I was like, only Roy Brown could do something like that. Go
yeah,
Express
yeah,
from the junction to
34th Street, I think it was, something like that.
yeah. Wherever they was playing at I think Arms Too Short, the Box with God or something like that. I don't quote me on the play. But I was like, wherever it was, if you're going more than two stops, different type of behavior, man. You know what I'm saying? But I miss those moments in church having that type of dominion over certain things.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
it's just different, man. But you could design any sneaker.
Hmm.
What sneaker would it be? And what designer would you bring on to help you design a sneaker, whether past or present?
Definitely would love to have worked with Virgil before he died.
Oh man, something
Yeah.
special.
And uh, Converse was really because I have a pair of J Hen Converse that I created.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, because a few years ago you could actually go on. They may still do it. I don't know, but you could go on Converse and customize your own joint,
Oh yeah, I got about 50 of them joints, man.
customize some craziness. And when they came to the crib, I was like, oh wow. So I think I wore them like twice. Just put them up. I was like, I ain't gonna mess these up.
Yeah,
But yeah, Virgil would definitely be someone I would have loved to work with. I don't know about the brand because yeah, I'm I got some Gucci sneakers and stuff like, but I'm not really into that style of sneaker.
right,
I'm to cause like the McQueens, they hurt my feet so bad, man.
bro,
Red bottoms, I
bro.
can't say it. Like I wore my red bottom one time, bro, and I was like, never again.
They ain't
Cause if your
comfort,
feet ain't right, your whole body's jacked up.
bro. They not made for people with gout. You know what I'm saying? They stuff like that. Like we, our people have a different diet than the people that they made them for.
Them joints hurt, bro. I'm talking about. Ah man, I think I literally wore them like even some the shoes. I bought a pair of joints. I wore them one time. I was like, nah. And you pay all that money and
Yeah,
then you shoe up something. Like, my feet can't be hurting, bro. That's
yeah.
just
Let me
no.
tell you something. That McQueen era, I don't know where it came from, but that was the youth past or the youth Sunday pastor come out with the with the blazer, the conference T-shirt on, and the McQueens, man.
Skinny jeans.
Oh
I'm
man,
glad they got rid of skinny jeans, bro.
oh man.
Woo!
We
Thank
have a
God.
lot. We have a lot to cover in the future. Trust me, we need a whole revamp. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some sneakers out to you, and
Okay.
they prime. You let me know which ones you picking. Pennies or Jordans?
Jordans.
All right, cool. Bo Jacksons or Harachis?
Bo Jacksons.
Oh, Bo Jacksons was dangerous.
Hey, dangerous.
Dangerous. Diamond Turfs or Griffies?
Griffey.
Yeezys or Jordans?
Jordans.
AJ ones or Dunks?
Dunks.
Air Max 1 or Air Max 95s?
The 95s.
Okay, okay. White ups or Jordan ones?
Always white ups.
Okay, okay. All right. And your favorite sneaker of all time?
Uh, I gotta say white ups.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Would that be considered one of your grails or
That and my shell tops, yeah. Yeah.
okay? Any particular color on the shell tops? The white and blacks or the okay. I never had a pair of those.
Man.
Are they comfortable?
Mad comfortable. I went and infiltrated the garden one time.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not a Knicks fan,
I'm a Celtic fan, so.
so am I.
Oh, my brother.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get along real good.
Look, I
So,
like New York Yankees, but when it comes to
yeah,
basketball,
yeah,
Celtics all
yeah.
day.
And I infiltrated and went undercover. And I don't know where I was at, but I found a pair of shell tops it was white with the Nick color on the orange and the
Mhm.
royal blue on the other side.
Ooh.
Killing. And I went to the garden. Everybody was sweating me like, yo, where you get them from? I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And if you really knew who I was, you fight me because I hate the Knicks with a passion. Man, the last time they won a championship was the year I was born. I just need all y'all Knicks fans to hear that.
Oh man.
52 years ago.
Oh man.
We ain't the same. Celtics and the Knicks are not the same. We got 18 banners up on the wall. Y'all ain't had one in 52 years.
I'll be trying to tell them. And you know what's crazy about that is I'm happy when New York wins,
Yeah,
but I'm not happy if they beat the Celtics. That's it.
yeah,
I do want to be clear. Like if New York wins a championship, I'm excited for New York because I'm a New York person.
yeah.
But if they play the Celtics, like that series with the Celtics, my phone was off. I had nothing to say. It was just
You know, I had so much beef on Facebook.
no.
I was like, yo, I want all the smoke. What's popping? What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
I normally don't respond, but I responded to everybody. Everybody. I said, I got time for y'all.
Dedication.
I just announced the other night. I said, yo, I'm ready. Whenever y'all ready, let's get to it.
Oh yeah, it's always Celtics for me for
Yeah.
sure. Always
Oh.
Celtics for me, man.
Oh.
I love the Celtics, and I hope they do well this year. Would you buy a retro sneaker now based on the fact that you wanted it back then for nostalgia purposes, or does
Yeah.
it have to fit your aesthetic?
Nah,
Currently?
I'll buy it just to have it.
Okay.
I'll probably never win, but
Yeah.
you know what vein I'm in, you
Mhm.
know. Yeah, but I got tons of sneakers that I just brought and I haven't worn, just to say that I got them.
Okay. Oh yeah. Something about a sneakerhead where it's just like, you wore those yet? Nah, bro. I just copped them because I
Got them in
wanted
the stash. That's it.
them.
Got them in the stash.
6, 7 years later, it might be my first time. And my man said it the other day. He said, "Yo, bro, where you find those at?" I said, "In my closet."
Yeah,
What you mean? I ain't the first time I wore these.
it's
It's
been
just
in there for a minute.
yeah, bro. I got stuff from like 2014. That's just like
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
dusty. I mean, I would think they would be dusty. I go in there because I just go to check the soles sometimes. Because some people be saying that their sneakers fall apart, but only Nike. I don't see that happening with Adidas.
Yeah. No, with Adidas, you got to take them out and give them air, like because if you don't, they will turn yellow.
Okay.
After the sole will start turning yellow if you don't give them no air. But other than that, man,
Yeah.
I've never had Adidas to fall apart on me. Never.
Yeah, I also don't buy like white sneakers. So my sneakers are always like colorful.
Yeah.
I try not to get white soles if I can help it. That way I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah.
Like when I see them, if I like them, it's like, yo, come on, you come home with me.
That's it. Listen. That's it. So what's the most comfortable sneaker you feel that you've ever owned?
Oh wow. Probably the Air Max 95s.
Okay.
Those are
That's the one sneaker I never got. I can never get with
yeah.
some reason.
Yeah,
I just
I got the green and white ones, and I found a crazy pair of gold ones. Yeah, all gold one. Yeah, yeah. So they're pretty comfortable, but also you got to know as a sneakerhead, you got to know what type of sock to wear with certain type of sneakers.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes with certain sneakers, like with the shell tops, I could wear a thicker tube sock.
Mhm.
But with the Air Max, you can't wear thick socks with Air Max. Your feet will be dying. So
Yeah.
when I wear Maxes, I go with a thin sock. Because if I do anything heavy, like a thick sock, I'm gonna be crying like about 2 hours later, like, yo. And I don't like, and it's crazy, I'm a sneakerhead because I don't like shoes. I don't like sneakers on my feet.
Yeah.
every chance I get when I get in the car, I've got a pair of Crocs in the car.
Yeah.
My sneakers off, and I'll put them in the back very neatly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
but
Of
I
course.
put them Crocs on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's just me. But yeah, the Air Max 95, them joints is real good. But you gotta have thin socks. You gotta have
Yeah.
thin socks.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the way the MX-95s look on other people. I just, when
Mhm.
I put them on and I look down, I'm like, nah, I don't, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like from a distance, they
That's
look
how I
good
am
on.
with the dunks, with the low
Okay.
top dunks.
Okay. Fair.
Like when the pandas hit,
Oh God.
I was like, oh man. And I went and brought a pair. I think I wore them maybe once.
Yeah.
They look dumb on my feet. I'm like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
not.
When I do this, when I look down at my feet, I'm like, if I don't like the way that looks, I don't care. Like from the side view,
Yeah,
everything's killer.
yeah,
But when you
yeah,
actually, I'm like, nah, man, that aerial
yeah,
view, I'm like,
yeah.
mm-mm.
I like to see sneakers like that. I like to see on girls.
Yeah. Small feet.
Pandas, yeah,
You don't want
they
a
look
15, size 15 panda.
nah,
I'm
they
saying
look
you just,
too much. I'm like, that's too much sneaker, bro.
yeah, girls get away with it. Sundresses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Little cute outfits, the bag.
Uh,
But nah,
yeah,
I can't. I just looked at it. I'm like, nah, bro, not me. I'm
yeah,
good. You know.
yeah.
So when it comes to sneaker L's, what do you believe is your biggest sneaker L of all time? That's a sneaker that you wanted, but you could never get it.
Oh man. Ooh, that's a great question. I don't think I have one.
Oh, God has blessed you. I got a few.
Yeah, because again, there's just certain sneakers that I'm not into. You
Mhm.
know, like when the Bapes came out,
Yeah,
I bought two of them, but it's like, I didn't see the hype. I thought they was fake Air Force Ones. I
yeah,
was like, yeah, it's just a ripoff of Air Force One thing. But because it was such a thing,
mhm,
and Joe Haywood got me into the Bapes,
mhm,
he had like boxes of them joints. Because that's the other thing about being the touring musician, you get free sneakers,
mm.
free clothes, like
Start playing music.
deals. Yeah, so like what we used to do, we would call company like, "Yo, we going on a Arsenio Hall show," and send me a box of clothes, and they would have clothes sent to the hotel. Like I never, when I was traveling outside of playing for Hez, I never packed a suitcase
Mhm.
or a bag with toiletries.
Yeah,
'Cause every
smart.
city we went to, we had clothes, we had endorsements with Hush Puppy, G-Shock watches. It was a company back in the day called Dada. My
Oh
man,
yeah, Dollar Supreme.
yeah, Dada Supreme. My man
Mhm.
Nitro owned it, and everywhere we go, he would send us clothes. It'd be boxes of clothes, and all he wanted was cheeks on one of them to put it on. I was like, "Yo, man, wear this shirt. Throw this on. Take a
Wow.
picture." Boom. And they just keep sending you friends stuff.
Now,
Yeah.
now, the stuff that y'all used to do back then, have you been able to apply some of those same techniques to your artists now?
Oh yeah, it's a must because there's certain principles that just work no matter
Mhm.
what generation it is.
Yeah,
Like being on time, it just works.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Having great people skills just works.
yeah,
Um, that's that's even more important than your talent, especially now because people that are not talented are becoming super successful now.
yeah. It's
Like
true.
these people can't sing, without auto tune, and when you see them at a live show, they sound terrible because
Yeah,
they're not really talented. They're just someone that the industry groomed for this moment, and they just have great people skills. Some of them, you know what
yeah.
I mean? But yeah, a lot of that stuff is more important than your talent. So I apply that with my artists now. Just being respectful, because
Mhm.
people will forget what you've done, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
True.
So
True
so
story.
every time, and that's how I've been able to keep working for 30 years now. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because it's like, yo, um, I've never been the best. I've just always been the most consistent. You might outplay me, but you're never gonna outwork me. My work ethic is beastly.
Yeah,
Say that proudly because I know that's what makes me stick out from the rest of the guys that I came up with. A lot of them they just didn't know how to pivot. They got stuck. And that's why a lot of the guys that I grew up with are angry and they attack the younger guys because,
mhm,
you see them and you see regret. I see them, I'm like, nah, get to it. That's what's up. Cause
Yeah.
you do that, but I'm over here getting this.
Yeah.
And we're not even in the same thing. I'm doing books. You still playing for choirs. Like, I got none. I ain't mad at you. I
Yeah.
ain't doing that no more. I look crazy trying to run around playing for Vincent Bohannon right now.
Yeah.
I look like a complete fool. You
But
know?
at the same time, the proper connection will always leave room for you to be able to do something like that.
Sure.
Right. And we've always heard growing up, if you're the smartest one in the room, you're in
Yeah.
the wrong room. However, if you find out you are the smartest person in the room, why not turn those conversations into consultations? Right.
Absolutely.
And then you realize, because if you thought the way that quote worked, then nobody would be in the room. Because as soon as the smartest person figures out they're smartest, they leave, and then the next person leaves. And so it sounded good until I sat there and thought. I said, well, wait, if there's so many people in the room who don't know what I know, that's an opportunity from God to
Bro, that's powerful.
yeah.
That's powerful. And that's what a lot of people don't do, man. I always tell people wherever there is a problem, become the solution. And when you become the solution, there's a bag attached to it.
Oh man. Man.
And that's what I look. And while people are trying to run away from problems, I look for 'em.
Yeah. You
I
got
look
to.
I'm like, I like one of the things that I learned that a lot of independent artists don't know about digital encoding.
Mhm. There you go.
Put that into a stream of income. I was like, yo, y'all can't get on the radio because your music is not encoded properly. I'm
Mm.
not gonna tell you how to do it because you know what I'm saying? But yo, holla at me. And I'm not gonna kill you, but you gonna pay me for it.
It's an investment.
Yeah. And me thinking like that, that's why I think my company is named All Things, because I train my staff, we look for issues like that.
Yeah.
And being so well versed in so many things, that's exactly what we do. We turn it into a webinar, private seminar, private session, consultation. Because now I have the All Things life coach. I went and became a certified life coach through John Maxwell.
That's how you do it.
And so now I'm doing that. Like, there's no reason why any of us should be broke.
Yeah.
There's no reason, because every gift should be in motion, bro.
Yeah.
Every gift you have, because when you go back to the beginning of time, the Garden of Eden had 4 streams of water,
Mhm.
which represents the spirit, or where life began, coming in to the garden. So God always had a multi-stream mentality when he
Yes.
created. And that's how we gotta be. Like, when this dry up, this right here ought to be flowing. That stop, this ought to flow.
Yeah.
And that stop, then we go back and circle back to the top. Cause it's a cycle, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like, my hottest time with my clothing company is right now. Cause
Yeah.
this is hoodie season.
Yeah.
That's when I get them, and all I do is make sure I put out something that's hot and something that's quality, and people buy me, not my product. So
Absolutely.
that's why people skills are so important, because there's 1,000 companies selling hoodies.
Yeah.
What makes mine special is the experience of me.
Yeah.
And what makes your podcast different is the experience of you. And
1,000%.
when people come in time to sow, they're sowing into you, not to, sneakerheads. Nah, it's you. And
Absolutely.
that I built my life, man. I always want to position myself with people who want to sow into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And right now, I can put out shoestrings and people are gonna buy it.
Oh yeah.
Just because.
1,000%. A thousand
Yeah,
percent. And I'm gonna take it a step further with something you said, that you don't only just find the problems, you created them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Nobody was fighting over banana pudding until you did. See
You
what I'm
see
saying?
that?
So
That was
so
insane.
so like the greats, Google, Apple. Once Apple said, "Oh, you still carrying a CD player?" You like, well, what's wrong with that? And then they just pull up with an iPod.
Yeah.
You
Called
know what I'm saying?
disruptive marketing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We
They-
create the problems, we create the fire, and then tell you how to put it out.
And I'm telling you, because it was crazy. Like, I mean, people, I'll call it in because they family,
Mhm,
but Davy White's wife,
mhm.
her family from Florida want to come up and fight me. They didn't know me and Lady G is like real tight.
Uh-huh.
So they see me and her the banter online, so they thought I was really trying to come at her. I was like, nah, that's my sis. Like,
Yeah.
that's homie. And they
Yeah.
was like, yo, make me jump on a plane, dog. Don't make me. I was like, now, I know y'all see the pastor type and all that, but listen,
Let's not.
ain't gonna be what you think. Let's not do.
Let's keep it love, y'all.
Let's keep it on Facebook.
Oh.
It's just a game. We ain't got to take it there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But that's exactly true. You create that, and that's what happened because people people started making videos, bro, attacking me like, yo, his banana pudding is trash. And because it was such an onslaught, people was like, it made them curious, like, yo, what is
Let me
all the
try it.
beef? Let me see. And once that happened, got you. I'm still talking trash to this day. Tell your
Yeah.
mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your godmother, everybody, give it up. King of banana pudding is right here. I mean everything I say.
And listen, that's powerful because I even watched Pinky Cole years ago when she created Slutty Vegan.
Yeah.
She said 95% of the people who supported her brand were meat eaters. They
Yeah.
wanted to come and see if it was what she said it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
and I went and it tastes like a forest fire. You know what I'm saying? They cook collard greens, you know what I'm saying, and fried it. You know what I'm saying? But if you get 5 million people to do that, your brand is
Yeah.
the roof.
Yeah. That's one thing. And you know, it's crazy because I just started making a vegan banana pudding. And I tell you, bro, I like the vegan banana pudding better than the regular one. Real talk.
It's about to be on. I don't even eat banana pudding.
Yeah.
I'm asking why you like banana pudding to eat them.
I don't need to either, but when because as I'm making, I got to taste it, of course. But when I did that one versus the regular, I was like, nah, I could rock with this one all day long.
You about to have a line, bro. You about to have a line on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. and that's the thing. I only do it 3 days a week. So from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if anybody want, you got to hit me up. Days, and I got you.
I'll tell you, my wife make a killer banana pudding. So don't come at her online. But
Listen,
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
That's beast. But she could get that smoke too, though. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
It's all love. My mother-in-law, she make a mean sweet potato pie. And I had a party for my daughter one time, and that was the going away present. Hey, just take a little piece of sweet potato pie on the way out. They're like, who cooked this? Oh, just go this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want more? You just go.
That's it.
That's it. You want them to go? Oh, yeah. No. I know it's not a regular size slice because it's free. But if you want more, you just head over to, Yeah, listen, man.
Supply and demand.
Listen, man, that's it, man. Supply and the demand. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, if we're talking about Mount Rushmore sneakers, what's your Mount Rushmore look like? Top 4.
Shell tops. Barclays. And I gotta go with the Bo Jacksons.
Ooh, anyone in particular?
Let's see.
My boy showed me some black elephants that I'd never seen before. I don't know if you remember them joints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they was like black, but the gray on it.
They had black, but there was like different elements of black, like little patent leather, a little this, little that. I said, I've never seen these before.
Those are fire. Yeah.
Oh man.
I like, because again, I grew up in the throwback era, so all my sneakers had the match jersey.
Understood.
So the Met color, the orange, white, and royal blue joints to match the Met.
How does that work for you? Wearing Met colors which are similar to Nick colors?
I really don't care because
Okay.
I don't like no New York teams. Tell you the truth.
Okay. You like Yankees either?
Nah.
Oh man. Oh man. It's hard to argue Yankees though, because they got a lot of banners.
Yeah, they got a lot of banners. I don't hate them though.
Okay.
And I used to be a Met fan back when Mookie Wilson and Keith Hernandez, Gary Carter, White Gooden, Strawberry, that era, fanatic. But they, it's just like with the Knicks, man. When Ewan, Starks, Larry Johnson, those guys, Latrell Sprewell, that was a killer squad, man. And when they didn't win the chip, that's when my heart was like, yo, I'm out of here.
Can't take it. I understand.
Can't do it no more. They play cardiac basketball, man.
Yeah.
Like, now watching the Knicks game. Like,
I understand.
Like this, R.I.P. Pastor J. What happened? You watching the Knicks? Like,
That's
what?
it. First thing we doing though, we going to your house. Like, where's the sneaker boxes at?
Yeah,
There you go.
I got instructions already.
Okay.
They work. This is what's to happen. And my grandson was getting everything, but man, this kid done sprout up. He wears size 12 now. I'm like, you done now,
That's
kid?
it, fam. You should have
It's over. You should have
had
slowed
the
down a little bit.
construction worker shoes on with the iron fronts.
Yeah.
Your feet can't grow.
Yeah, he done on it now. So I gotta revisit that, matter of fact.
Nah, I feel you. So almost finished, but biggest sneaker flop for you of all time. Sneaker everybody loved, but you hated it.
Yeezys.
Yeezys, none of them. Oh
Don't
man.
And I got 2 pair. But yeah. See, a lot of times I buy sneakers just because they pop it at the moment.
Yeah.
So like right now, the Asics made a crazy comeback.
Yeah.
So I've never been a fan, but that's what's hot. All right, we gonna grab a pair.
Yeah. It's time's call for
Yeah,
it.
just because I call that just because stash.
Yeah.
And after I wear them once or twice, it's over. So I just want cats to see, like, y'all still do this.
Yeah. I'm still
It's
around.
still a thing. It's still a thing.
I'm still around.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, absolutely. So a pair that you don't hear a lot about, but you got them and you love them.
Ewings.
Oh, bruh. Which ones? Do you remember which ones? The Rogue Sportlights. I love Ewins.
Yeah, I got and I got the what color? And it's crazy. The Nick colors.
Oh man. God is working on your heart, man. I just think you're a hurt fan that just want to come back.
But I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back.
You're being healed through this process. You don't even realize it. You just
till y'all get rid of James Dolan, which I don't see happening in no time soon. He gonna die in that seat. I would never come back because he just does idiotic things.
I feel like God is working on you, man. I don't know. You said about 4 thing of orange and orange,
Yeah,
blue.
I got quite a few. But my Ewings, they the Nick colors, and I love them joints, man. And they tried to make a strong comeback a while ago, but it didn't hit like because my man DJ from Hot 97, one of my boys, he actually had a line. He caught a nice lick with you, and they gave him his own line. And I thought that was gonna be it, but it didn't hit like I thought it was. But they got some fire joints though.
Oh yeah, I got a few pair of Ewins, man. They more comfortable than I get the sport light ones, which is probably a little bit better on your feet than the big bulkier ones.
Yeah.
But the sport lights, man, them joints is super comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are independent brands, so I just love investing into that as well. But last question.
Yes,
I
sir.
need to know a pair that you discarded or threw away, either because you didn't want them no more, you outgrew them, but now you want them back.
My Converse weapons.
Oh, the well. Those weapons, man.
Get rid of them joints. I regret it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man.
Because I was looking in a magazine and I saw they had a throwback advertisement about the weapons. And it was Larry Bird and
Magic Johnson.
In the ad.
Back to back.
Larry had his green and white, and Magic had the purple, yellow, and white. And I had both of them. I was like, how could I get rid of? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Foot Locker had them. Foot Locker came back with them, but it ain't the same though.
No,
it's not. I'm like,
it's more comfortable though. The ones they have now. Not sure about the ones they sell in Foot Locker, but the ones that Converse be selling, they're more comfortable, but they're more fashionable as opposed to ball.
Yeah. I want the OG joints.
Like, you want to hurt your foot joints.
Yeah, if I could find them, but I would never wear them. That's one of the pair of sneakers that's missing from my collection that I had and I regret getting rid of is my Converse weapons.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Listen, man, appreciate you for rocking out with us, man. If people wanted to follow you and stay connected to some of the things you're doing, how could they follow you?
Everything is Jason Hendrickson. Make it easy for your fans and your followers. Just put your name, Jason Hendrickson, and I'm on every social media as Jason Hendrickson. And then once you put my name in, everything else that I'm doing just pops up. The music, if you follow me on Apple Music, Spotify, my audiobook is everywhere now. To my music label, All Things Music. You can follow me there too to keep abreast of the new music that we got coming out. And I just signed another artist by the name of AJ that is strictly a house band, like a house group. They do nothing but house music. So we got one record out on them right now. So right now, we doing a lot of stuff under the name of Jason Hendrickson, but also All Things Music, All Things Apparel.
Mhm.
You can find us there. And just be on the lookout, man, because we got tons of great music that's gonna be coming out all year round. So we're excited, man.
Listen,
Excited.
man, I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited. Shout
So
out to y'all being from Brooklyn,
yeah,
because we need that
hey,
all day, every
yes,
day.
sir.
Now, if you had a sneakerhead that you knew that you would call out right now, that you know that they rep the brand that we doing now, who would it be?
Gerald
Couple
Haywood.
people. Gerald Haywood.
Gerald Haywood. Bishop Craig Williams. His collection is tough too. Um, Let me see who else. Who else? Uh, Caton. Caton, but he got more guns now than sneakers.
Hey, man.
And already certified, like he's into that culture real heavy.
Okay.
All his guns are legal, by the way. So yeah,
Hey, man, I hope so, because if
yeah,
we put this out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, my brother Lawrence, got a pretty dope collection. But yeah, again, Gerald Haywood, he is by far. And my man Kenny Black too. Kenny Black, he a sneakerhead too. He got some joints, but
That
I
sounds
don't
like the
know
plan.
nobody that's on it like Gerald. Gerald Haywood is insane. Like he's crazy.
All right,
He,
you gonna have to make that connection for us, for sure.
yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Listen,
Absolutely.
man, appreciate you for rocking out with the Familia.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
it's the Kick Live Familia podcast with your favorite primo, Coach Fernz, the wonderful Grammy Award winning Pastor Jay Hen.
Peace and love,
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all. We out.
Appreciate you.